Oh my God. Oh fuck. Hold on. I'm sorry. Hi. Sorry. I had to step away for a minute. How's everyone doing? I hope everyone's doing good. Hey. Hey, Bossy and Unbothered. Hey, Unique. Hi, Banana. How's everyone doing? I hope everyone's doing fine. I hope everyone had a good day. I hope it was prosperous. I hope it was safe. I had a crazy yesterday, like last night, and today's been real cool. So, let's just start with last night. Now, I don't like getting into it with people, but I was on Facebook perusing and minding my own motherfucking business. I seen a post, right? The post was about a landlord. I know that's right. Roll that shit, baby. Roll that shit. Hey, Card. What's happening? Hey, Gloria. How are you? So I usually don't get into it with people on social media. You know, I say it, I'm going to say, hey, Tawana. Yeah, today was so far so good. We're safe. Thank you, Tawana, and I hope you safe too, my dear. Hey, Marva. How are you? So last night, I'm laying in bed, right? And I'm just like, oh, look at that pimple coming on my face, y'all. Woo, Lord. That motherfucker got a mind of its own right there, too. Look at it. Hello, everyone. How are you doing? Yeah, it thinks for itself. So, I'm going through Facebook, right? And I see this post. And you all may have seen it on your Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or wherever. And it was this lady arguing with her landlord. So I guess it was time, almost time for her um, lease to be renewed. And the landlord told her he was going up $500 on the rent. Now, mind you, he's telling her, because by law, you're supposed to tell a person before they renew the lease that they're going to be going up on the rent because they can't renew the lease, then you go up on the rent. You have to let them know by law before. So he let her know he was going up $500. She started snapping. So she was recording the whole interaction. So I guess he must have mailed her something in the mail. She got it. Must have called him over like, hey, what the fuck is going on? Uh, I need to speak to you in person. So he came over. So she recorded and she got the phone. And she's like, you know, what is it? What is it? And da 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 da. And she just going off she was like, what you mean $500? So he was just like, hey, what's up, Shannon? How are you? I hope your day is going well. So basically, she's snapping because she's just like, how you gonna go? You can't go up no $500 on no rent. I got kids. I got a car note. I got this. I got that. He renewed the lease. All right. He can't come back. And that's what happened. And he was doing it by the law, which was giving her the notice that he is going up on the rent if she decides to renew the lease. This is going to be the new rent increase. Okay. So she got upset and said, she recorded it. And, she going into some other shit talking about, and my friend lived down the street and she got granite countertops and hardwood floors and da 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 da. So she goes through all of that and he hits her with the whoop bopty and bams. He says, okay, you can get new hardwood floors, you can get granite countertops, you can get all that. But your rent's gonna be $3,500. So apparently the rent went up from $1,500 to $2,000. But he told her if he come in and do all the shit that she wants, that she see in someone else's house, the rent's gonna go up. She went the fuck off. She was like, "Hey, you gonna see me in court?" And da 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 da. And she just going on. You can't see her because she's holding the camera. Okay, she's holding the camera. She's filming them, but she's going off. She's at a good rant pace, boy. She's like, she's just going crazy. Then she says the magic funny words. She goes, "Don't even worry about it. You gonna see me in court. You gonna see me in court." Now, this opened the door to a different dimension that a lot of motherfuckers don't understand. The dimension that it opened was a dimension of reality. And he hit her with the left, right, left, you stupid. He was like, you can't even afford to pay your rent. How you gonna see me in court? I was dead. That's dead. Arms crossed in front of me. I said, oh, you rocked your world. Rocked your world, didn't he, sis? So, I commented, "Hey, Dina, how was your day?" So I commented. Now, mind you, this was under Trick Daddy's post. It was a video he put up. Hey, Roxanne can't stay long. Okay, I understand, Trick Mama. I'm happy you just stuck your head in. You came to see how everyone was doing. I understand. Hey, Souli, how are you today? I hope you had a good day. I really do. So, he told her that. And that basically kind of deaded the whole conversation. She was just like, let me zip that up. But, of course, she still kept saying, oh, you'll see me in court. Don't worry about it. You'll see me in court. So I commented. And I think what my comment was very professional. And I think it was very nice. And it wasn't overly dramatic. It wasn't snooty or anything like that. All I said, now, if I'm wrong, you guys, fuck it. Tell me. See? Fuck. Like, damn, okay. Y'all right. If I'm not right, well, if I'm wrong, then just tell me, bitch, you wrong. And you can say that. I can handle it. So I commented, okay, you gotta run? Okay. That little running person's so funny. So and what I said was, hey, he's giving her, oh, what are you doing? My cat's in here, you guys. Hold on. What are you doing up there? Wait a minute. What are you doing up there? Huh? Oh, my animals just was around here. Oh, there goes the other one. Such a sunshiny day. All that sun. Open this for mother. Mm-hmm. Thank you, son. So I basically just said in a very polite, response, if the landlord is going up $500 and she can't afford the extra $500, it's it would be best to move. All right, boss. It would be best to move. Thank you, son. So, open this. So I said that, and then it's always that one motherfucker. Yeah, he went up $500, but you never know why this man went up $500. We're not in that man's pocket. We don't know if during the 19 did he have to do some sort of refinancing on his property. Maybe he was underwater, because he got behind on payments or what have you. We don't know, nor is it our business. But what we do know is that's his property. Now, when something belongs to you, you could basically price shit how you want to price it because it's yours. I don't know, um, Shannon, I don't know what state it was in. I don't. But I do know a few things about the law. And one of the things is when you're getting ready to do something like go up on an increase on a rent, you have to tell the renter prior to them renewing their lease. He did that via a written letter, black and white. So I said what I said. Then this chick comes back like, she come underneath the post where I commented and said, so he didn't, so he don't have the right to say anything to her. So he doesn't have the right to say anything to her. No, she doesn't have the right to say anything to him. And I'm laying in bed and my room is dark and it smells really good. And I'm thinking to myself, I never said that she didn't have the right. Me and this woman went back and forth for a few minutes. And I kept saying, if she can't afford it, move. Her having a car note, not his problem. Her having children, not his problem. She was talking about other bills that she has. This is just a part of life. That house. Do you know during 19 how many people who were renters renting out, they weren't renters, they were owners renting out to people, have had to since foreclose on their properties because during 19 in the heat of 19, people were losing their jobs and they were unable to pay their bills. And a lot of mortgage companies did not do mortgage moratoriums. Hey, Neek. Hi, honey. So that's not the landlord's problem. I personally was going to buy some, a few little rental properties. Then I thought about it. And I'm like, you know what? No. No. I can't do it. Because what I found out is it's easier, way easier in Chicago to get someone out of a business space than it is to get someone out of a domicile, a house, an apartment, wherever. Because that is a residence and they have established residency. And people could get in a place like a house infested in roaches and you can't get them out and it takes a minute and it's costly. Yeah, it's sometimes it's hard, but she was just comparing what someone else had in a house down the street. Renovation cost. So if you go from your place looking like one thing and you want all this stuff done and someone has to come in and do construction on your place and get it to a different get it a different look, get it upgrades. Upgrades cost. So when something costs, it's going to cost more. The rent is going to cost more. You know, sometimes people get financed for home improvement. You know, they might have a rental property and be like, you know what? I think if I do this to the bathrooms, do this to the kitchen, do this house can go from $1,000 a month, just to say it can go for 2,500 because of all the upgrades and the amenities. Did y'all see how people are renting Airbnb? Oh, you better stop playing with me, Unique. I seen one. We gonna get to that. Girl, you threw me off. Neek, you better stop playing with me. You better stop playing with me. I seen that one that had I had to take a blood pressure pill. I was so mad. Now, what Neek is referring to, you guys, is what Neek is referring to, you guys, is somewhere in these here United States, there was just a woman, African American lady. She rented her house out for Airbnb. I seen the video. Yes, she rented her house out doing an Airbnb. She gets back home. The house was supposed to be vacated from the people who were staying in the Airbnb. How come one motherfucker decided to stay and wouldn't leave? And not only would she not leave, the police had been called. And the police told the homeowner she would have to be evicted because she was now a resident of that house, because she had been there for over 5 days or something like that. Now, I don't know how you all would have handled that. And the house the house did look very nice. It looked very nice. And that woman was telling her, bitch, stop following me. If you touch me, if you come in my room, I'm going to call the police on you. This is this woman's house. Now, I believe that the women who are in my chat, yes, you said last. I would have threw that half out. Okay, Unique, Solely, Shannon, I'm telling y'all right now, I feel like you all are probably really beautiful souls. And you all could probably deal with a lot of different ups and downs and ebbs and flow in life, as we all can and do. But someone being in your house and telling you, and this ain't a family member, this ain't one of your kids, you know, it ain't your mama, your cousin, your cousin Strange, excuse me, you know, this is a person that you have rented to for Airbnb, and they are telling you they will not leave your home. Shit. Now, me being me, all I can say, yes, a stranger, Solely, a stranger. Like, this is a business transaction. I'm letting you stay here. It's an Airbnb. This a hotel, kind of, sort of. I come back from wherever the fuck I am to come to my house. And you telling me you won't leave? The woman, I don't want to call this woman out her name, so I'll just say heifer, because I don't want to call it a B word. She was really threatening this woman, like, I'm not going anywhere. And I don't understand the concept of this being my place, and you telling me that you not leaving, and how law enforcement couldn't get her out of the house, and telling the homeowner that she would have to go to court and file the necessary papers to get her out of her house. All I know is it wouldn't have been good. That's really all I can say. I'm not going to say nothing on a platform that would incriminate me. But I can say this unequivocally and for sure. This Chicago, Jack, and there's other places that vibe the same way. Doors would have been kicked in. Like, some people I know would have came over like, girl, don't even worry about it. Went in the bedroom and carried her ass smooth out, threw all her shit out the house, and broke her cell phone. Okay? Now call the police. Go tell someone something. And when they came back, I would be like, they'd be like, she says she lives here and da 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 da. Because she the type that would have ran straight to the police. I would have answered the door in my bathrobe and a cup of coffee. And I've been like, excuse me? Pardon me? Oh no, this is my home. Hold on, let me show you my, the little things they send you for your mortgage payment. You tear it off. I would have showed them the little receipt thing and my ID with my address on it, and you know, address match. I'm like, I don't know this woman. This woman is crazy. I don't. Mm-mm. No. And they got my phone. I've been at home all day, officer. I'm appalled. I'm flabbergasted. I don't know this woman. Because you don't have to let the law in your house. They would have had to come back with a search warrant just to even enter your door. I would have let. Yeah, you're right. You could have had the lights and water cut off. Oh, that's a good idea. You're bad. Oh, card, you're bad. I don't understand why they couldn't get her out. She said, that woman said, if anybody in the chat knows what the name of that video is, put it in the chat so everyone could go look at it who hasn't seen it. You would be mad. Like, I was just like, I be watching shit on social media, and certain things I just be like, ha ha ha. And then there's certain things I'd be like, oh, that's sad, that's fucked up. And then there's certain things I'd be like, ooh, I wish that would happen to me. Which is kind of sick. But y'all know sometimes Roxanne just be like, do 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 do. Because that would be right up my alley. That would be right up my alley. See, you in my house. Lovely T has it. Okay. Well, you all see, Unique said Lovely T has it. So you all go to Lovely T and find it and look at it and get angry with me. I just don't understand how somebody is in your house, law enforcement comes and they still can't put them out there your house. Another thing, right now here in Chicago, okay, Neek at Night also has it. Check Neek at Night out for this video. There's a woman here in Chicago. She has a house. It's somewhere on the south side of Chicago. Um, she had a contractor. Folks will claim squatters' rights. Yes, they will. Miss Grant, you ain't lying about that. So this woman, she has this house here in Chicago. She called a contractor. She had a contractor coming in and out the house doing some work and whatnot. One day the contractor gets over to the house to go in to, I guess, do work that she contracted him to do. How come all the locks were changed? Look at my nose. All the locks were changed. The contractor not. A woman come peek out a window, like, comes to the door and tells the contractor that she live here. How about she found that house on social media, some way, somehow, went and signed a fake lease and paid the person $3,000. They done had a community activist, there's this black community activist named Andrew Holmes, go over there and talk to her, and they had like a preacher come go talk to her. And her thing is, she want to leave, but she paid $3,000. They can't find the person that she sent the $3,000 to. There's no, what the fuck was that? There's no phone number. Can't find the person. They're doing a lot of that in Chicago, where they go into vacant homes. They break in some way, somehow, get through a window, go in that motherfucker and show it to people. Put it on Facebook and Instagram, Twitter, wherever, And they show the place to people, and people are, oh, I love it. And they give them a fake ass lease. They sign it. These people end up paying them. These people done already went in there. They broke in the place already. They done changed the locks. And then they hand the new person the key. And these people not even knowing that this is an illegal procurement of a rental property. And, this woman's, in a way I feel bad for her. And then in a way I don't. Now I know y'all probably like, well, you're a fucking bitch. I'm not trying to be a bitch. But the owners of the property, she paid $3,000 to move in. The owners of the property told her they were giving her a cash incentive of $2,000 to move. She said she still won't move. It's a TV show on Lifetime. Get the babysitter out of their home. I know you playing with me. Let me reread this. Let me wipe my fingers off. Wait a minute. What did you say? There's a TV show on Lifetime where they couldn't get the babysitter out of their home and went back and forth to court. See, first of all, you a babysitter, and I watch Lifetime, so that wouldn't end well for you, okay? You in my house eating my food, using my hot water. You a babysitter, which means she was probably like a live-in nanny or something. Oh, you leaving. You leaving. Okay? You leaving. I was just talking to a girlfriend today about some crazy shit I seen on one of those murder mystery shows. Oh, baby, you gotta go. You have to go. I don't understand how someone comes to your house. I just don't understand the concept. Somebody come to your house, they stay a few days, and then they tell you they're not leaving. I tear my house up and them with it. I always be like, please don't let this 5'2" fool you. I'm not really too much for back and forth arguing. I'm a really hands-on little bitty chick. And you in my house and you telling me I ain't leaving. I beg to differ. You sound crazy. You sound crazy. The fuck out of here. The fuck you mean you? See, that shit got me breathing hard, y'all. I would call my godson and his friends, and they would come over and they would physically remove you. If you don't know Chicago, like I know Chicago and other people, if you from Chicago, you know what I'm drawing off of when I say that shit. You can get people out your shit. I don't know how these people getting down in these other states, but if I ask you to leave, it's best to leave. But that lady and that Airbnb at that woman's house who won't leave that woman's house, that's disgusting. That's disgusting. She probably came on a trip with some friends, or they had, or maybe they from the city and wanted to rent an Airbnb. Sometimes chicks do a little girlfriends weekend, like, hey, let's rent an Airbnb. And then you rent an Airbnb, and then one of your friends don't leave. She watching everybody else pack their shit on Sunday or Saturday night, because everybody got to check out, leave the house on Sunday. Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening, and you stagnating and you not packing your shit back. Oh, nah, I'm gonna stay here for a little while because somebody picking me up later. Everybody gone, and something click in your bird brain ass head where you just say, fuck that, I'm not leaving. This is a nice house. Really? Oh no. Mm-mm. Nah, I can't see it happening. The first time I would have got back and asked her, oh hey, how you doing? Cause you gotta be polite at first. Hey, how you doing? I'm back. You're still here. Yep, yep. Solely, apparently homeless already. I'm back. What are you still doing here? And then they hit you with the, I'm not leaving. I'm staying here now. First, you would think a motherfucker joking. Because I done been to some friends' houses. Or it's like some friends' condos. And you walk in there and you just like, shit. And they be like, oh, and you be like, you have a beautiful home. Oh, girl, you like it? Girl, I'm not leaving. I love it. When I say I'm not leaving, I'm just saying I'm not leaving like jokingly. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave. But apparently these people who do things like this um just feel like, nah, I'm just gonna chill. You don't do that. Where they do that at? And then I want to say, other than her telling her she was not going to leave, one of the ultimate disrespects is, bitch, you got a bonnet on in my house. Only people who live in my house can wear a bonnet. Bonnets is personal. That's houseware. You know what I mean? That's part of the home shit. You in my house and you walking around with a bonnet telling me you not leaving, that's how you know she really meant what the fuck she said. I'm not leaving. When a person puts a bonnet on, they for real. Like, psh, I got my bonnet on. I'm a resident. The fuck you talking about? I'm here, bitch. you know, I would be, oh my God. Ugh, I would be so freaking mad. I would be overly mad. But all across the United States, you guys, things like this are happening. So if any of you have homes, she was the live-in nanny. I said it. I said it. The live-in nanny, my ass. I would have stood in her doorway of the nanny's bedroom door, and I would have been like, you watch Lifetime, right? With that face. You watch Lifetime? And I just back away. And I would go to my room. And I would let her think about that. That's when your sinister would have to come out. That's when I'm going to have to kind of show you more than I can tell you. Because sometimes people don't understand everything verbally. Sometimes you got to put shit into action to make shit happen. And that's what I would have to tell that live-in nanny. And if she didn't watch Lifetime and sitting there like, no, I don't watch Lifetime, I would be like, you need to watch it. Check out some of the titles. The titles be crazy. I threw my wife over a bridge. Crazy, crazy ex-wife, missing nanny. Shit like that. It would have to be something like that, because I would just be like, bitch, you couldn't possibly be serious. But you all, if anyone has any rental properties that's not being used, make sure they are secure. Make sure there's alarm systems in them. A lot of properties here in Chicago that aren't occupied, they have like these steel window things. Like, they seal your house up, the door, the window, everything. And people put alarm systems, ring cameras. And the reason why they do all of this is because in most big cities there are crackheads, and they will break into an empty building and they will steal all your copper piping, all of it. So they take these necessary precautions. It's hard times, and when a person drives past your house or walks past the empty residence one too many times and they realize ain't nobody in there and they might need a place to stay, they move the fuck in. And it's really, really crazy that you have to go to court to file papers to get someone out of something that belongs to you. I don't understand. I would make that person's life hellacious. It would just would not be good. It really, really wouldn't. I'd be like, okay, I got you. I got you. They wouldn't want to drink. And see, that's probably the type of person, the nanny and all these squatters, they get in the house and they don't want to leave out the house. They don't want to leave out the house, which means they're eating your food. I wouldn't go grocery shopping. And if I did, nah, I wouldn't. I would eat out every day, or I would go get food and bring it home and eat in my room. I wouldn't put no food in there, nothing, because see, they feel like once they leave the house and you lock them out, they won't be able to get back in. So they probably sitting around your house eating your stuff and everything else. I'll be done put some X-Lax and some shit. Hey Trini love, how are you? How are you today? Yeah, that's just crazy. I mean, for the most part, and I'm not sure how everyone looks, but I'm I think most of us in this chat are melanated women. And I don't think, and the people that this is happening to are melanated people. And I'm just like, how are you all not, fighting in the house? How are you not fighting this woman? Hey, brown sugar. Brown sugar. You're like, how are you not fighting this person telling I'm not leaving your house? Could you imagine? I can't. I can't. Now, I've had one time in my life, and if y'all need some references or receipts, I will get this young lady on the phone. I had a friend. Now, yes, she was intoxicated, but she was being a little, hey, Chi-Town. Chi-Town. Now, Chi-Town can attest for this. Chi, have you seen on the news out there by Auburn Gresham where that woman is a Mexican lady? She bought that house and she was having that house renovated or something. And a woman moved into her house and she would not move out. And Andrew Holmes, you know who Andrew Holmes is, had to come over to that house and try to talk to that woman to try to get that woman out of her house. People in real life will really just stay in your shit. But anyway, I had a girlfriend and she and I just, yup, yup. You see that? Chi-Town just said it. That woman would not move out that woman's house. They offered her $2,000. $2,000, even if you have kids, can put you like in a 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom apartment. But get out these people's house because it's not yours. You in there using their toilet. I would have the water cut off. You ain't doodling in my toilet and flushing your shit down. You wouldn't even be able to pour the water in the toilet to force it down. It wouldn't happen because there wouldn't be no water in the house. I just couldn't believe it. They offering you $2,000 and people were like, we'll help you get you in a hotel until you can procure a place to live for you and your kids. I'm telling you. Yes, brown sugar. Shaking my head. It's people that's out here that's really doing it. Before you got here, we were talking about there's a woman. You could find it on Neek at Night channel, and you could find it on they said her name. Fuck, I hate when I forget things. Lovely T, I believe. Um, it's a woman who went to a lady's house. This woman is using the place as an Airbnb. She came back, and one of the Airbnb guests did not leave and told the owner that she was not leaving. Yeah. Chi-Town said, cut the water off electric. Life would be done for her. Now, Chi-Town, you here. Hold on. Matt? Okay. You here in Chicago. Hold on. Now, Chi-Town could attest to this. Chicago is really like, it can be real gutter. And hey, Aspen, can you go let your sister in, please? Thank you. She's in front. She's literally at the door. So, Chi-Town could attest for this. See, in Chicago, you be having these your nephews and whatnot, and sometimes they're part of certain groups, and they don't be playing. These young people will come and literally remove you from a house. But who's to take that route? You shouldn't have to take that route. I saw Nick's video. It couldn't be me. That's how I felt. I was just like, damn. In Chicago, and that the woman whose house that is out south, she's being really nice about that. Cause I know some people who would literally run up in your shit. Run up and throw you and the kids out. And you might even get beat up. But there are people in the United States literally going into people's homes and not leaving. Crazy. But I guess people hit hard times. Girl, Chi-Town, stop playing with me. You drawing off of everything I'm saying. Period. You already know. You know, it's certain. I've lived in a few places in the United States. But I can say tried and true. When a person from Chicago tells you, and you're here in Chicago, all right, I'll be right back. And they pull out that phone, leave. Just leave. If I told you. Chicago, wow. And people here, we can be really reserved, but it's like one of those turn on the dime things, and then you're invading someone's home. And you telling somebody that you not leaving their shit. That could be anywhere in the United States. It could be California. It could be Texas. It could be Florida. It could be Wyoming. It could be New York. Let someone be a guest at your home. Or you go out of town and you come back and somebody living in your shit and they tell you, I'm not leaving. What? You're not. Let me get this straight. You're not. What? You're not leaving. I don't understand the concept. All the Inglewood. Ooh. Chi-Town, stop fucking playing with me, girl. All of Inglewood. Chi-Town girl, you already know. You be having 30 family members living in the Inglewood area. And then you got your 2-3 cousins who live in South Shore. Everyone will come there. It would look like the Million Man March in front of somebody's house. Because, you know. But then people get scared and will have the audacity to call the police. Because you done brought the police to your shit to get someone out your shit. And it's so crazy because how the laws are set up, you have to take that person to court. Amazing. Amazing. So you have to incur court cost. Now you can file this shit on your own. Hey Vicky, how are you, Miss Black? Wait, wait a minute. So basically, this woman thinks she's Christopher Columbus. Yes, it's a lot of people who just get into people's shit. And why do I hear the happiness of children out my window? Hold on. I'm sorry, y'all. Those kids sound too joyous. I don't know if I like that or not. I'm just joking. I hear them, but I can't see them. Yes, it is people Christopher Columbus and motherfuckers' homes. Just like I'm not leaving. So when you hear that happened in Chicago, it's kind of like, now there are people who won't leave because they actually are renting the place and they didn't pay their rent. He'll be like, I'm not going nowhere. That's one thing. It's another thing to get a fake lease and be living in someone's shit, and then they come back and be like, well, hey, I don't know you. Can you move out? And they don't, and they tell you they not going to either. Nah, I'm good. I wouldn't know what to do with myself. And it's so crazy because the laws protect these people that you have to go do the footwork to get them out your shit. Help me understand. I'm lost. I'm lost. Because guess what? Let's just say everyone in my chat, let's just say we all live on the same block, okay? And the government decides we need this block. Do I have to put on my nose? No. Let's say the government decides, oh, I'm gonna say Larry Hoover. So when you try me, you know, baby, trust and believe me, I know exactly what you're talking about. Others don't, or may not. But so we're all living on the same block, and the government decides to say, hey, we need you all's block to put a highway. So we're gonna need you all to move. And you can't say no. They will remove you. It's called eminent domain. Now, it's a really weird story, and Chi-Town may remember this. Chi-Town, you remember when they were doing the O'Hare expansion? They were making O'Hare Airport bigger. There was a town over there, a whole town with a cemetery and everything else. They paid every last one of those people to move. Years later, before they even started construction, because they had to get everyone out, and they had to dig up all the people in the cemetery and relocate the remains to another cemetery, because it's a respectful thing to do. So the news people decide, I guess they got permission, because now it's owned by the city, the whole town, which was already owned by the city. But people live there, and then they had to move. What? Girl, we got to talk off of here. So they did a news story, and they let the cameras go over there in this area. Creepy. No cars, but house after house after house, business after business. A literal ghost town that they have now demolished, and it's a whole new part of O'Hare International Airport, which is my favorite airport because they got restaurants and shit in there. But if the government wants something, they can say, hey, you got to go. But if I want you to get out my house and you say no, I gotta evict you. Now I offer you money to get out my house and you still don't go. That's basically what the city did. They were like, hey, look, we need this land. We want the airport to be bigger. It's close. We need to make more runways, what have you. We gonna need y'all to leave. We're offering you X amount of dollars. Now, Chi-Town, if your mother had 2 buildings over there, your mother got paid. Okay? Not trying to put you on blast, to put your family business out there. But your mama got paid. Okay? It's true. She did. Now, the only reason why I know people was getting paid was because I knew someone who worked for this city, and this is a while back ago, who were telling me some of the amounts of checks, the amounts that people were getting to move from over there. There were people who would live there 50 and 60 years and had 2 and 3 properties, done bought houses for their kids over there, and the properties were in their name. So they had to pay for each property, the value of the property. And people got paid. And people got moving money. Not only did they get the money for the value of the property, they got money to move. Moving is expensive. Moving is one of the most expensive and most tedious, time consuming, stressful things anyone can do. Moving can make you like be ready to fight people within the house. That's why when I be seeing people on commercials and they be moving and shit, they be so happy and they be carrying boxes. Like, man, when we had to move from out south down here, it was almost a fight. Cursing and everything. I was like, fuck you. Oh, fuck me? Yeah, fuck you. It was bad. Moving is very stressful. So they paid those people nice money and they left. But you got a motherfucker in your house and you ask them to leave and they refuse. I'm not paying you no money for you to get out of my home. You gon' get out. That's for sure. You gonna leave. Like, how, and then you want to empathize with people. Like, damn, look, and me being me, and I know my heart, and I know how my heart is set up. If you came at me the right motherfucking way, dead ass serious, especially if it was cold outside and whatnot, and you know, sometimes it's you catch more flies with honey than you do with vinegar. It's about how you talk to people. You know, if somebody was just like, look, this was a mistake, I'm sorry. During the time I was here, I lost my place, but I'm working. If a motherfucker asks correctly, I might be inclined to be like, you know what? I'm gonna give you 2 months. We can sit down and we gonna write this out in writing. I'm giving you 2 months. Because I have been in a position where I have been homeless before. And it's a very debilitating feeling. You know what I mean? So I just wouldn't want to do that to somebody, but you just can't talk to me anyway in my shit. Talk, communicate. It goes a long freaking way. It goes a long freaking way. Seriously. Our politicians are anything. Our politicians are anything but a gang with money and clout. And guess what I did today, Chi-Town? I went and early voted, girl. I did. I went and early voted and got that shit done because tomorrow is tomorrow. I think it's tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow's the primaries. Oh, early primary or some shit like that. I went and voted, and I'm happy because I don't want to have to go through that shit later. But no, people are really out here, really getting over living in people's houses and just doing weird shit, and it's just really it's not fair. You did an absentee. Now, I like the feeling of going to vote, and I like them giving me that I voted thing. Matter of fact, let me show it to you. Ugh. Oh, man. Okay. Back to the lady lounge. Ugh. Okay. Here it is. I voted today. Oh, I gotta go pee, y'all. Can you give me 1 minute? I'll be right back. Oh man, thank y'all so much. I'm back. Whew, sometimes beer make you pee a long time, but no, I voted. And damn, is this a sticker? Wait a minute, y'all. I think this is a sticker. I think I can't really get it off my nails, but voting Paramount, Chi-Town is right. That yeah, it's a sticker. Okay, I'm gonna hang it on my wall, Lady Lounge wall. Um, our politicians here in Chicago, I want to say our last maybe 3 governors, 2 or 3 governors, have been incarcerated. Our politicians here are a motherfucker. It's like, for the most part, thank you, Trini. Politicians can be bad. All politicians have a little bit of gangster in them, but our politicians here are something else. We had Rod Blagojevich. He was locked up. Um, I think Thompson was locked up. Girl, look, Chi-Town. I'm gonna be honest with you, sis. Nobody killed Harold Washington. Okay? They didn't. Harold Washington did not eat right. He was hypertensive. And he had a heart attack. You know, He was he was the mayor. He was the mayor. I'm pretty sure that's a stressful job. I'm a wife and a mother, and that shit's stressful. This man is running the whole city. He just had a heart attack. They didn't kill him. Mm-mm. You know, would he have been mayor a long time if he had not had a heart attack? Yeah, I think he would have did what Daddy Daly and Daly did, staying there long enough until they be like, I don't want to do this no more. As a matter of fact, Daddy Daly, I want to say, if I'm not mistaken, I believe that Daddy Daly died in office. Wait a minute. Figuring out what money. Yeah, it's bad, but hey, that's what's going on. Everything out here, it has something to do with money. Would you say that's what they want us to believe? It's getting the food. They threw it away. Okay, you Chi-Town, we gonna agree to disagree. Now, the reason why I say, I'm not even gonna tell you on here, I'll tell you off of here. He had clogged arteries. Now, I don't know if you remember Gladys's down on the low end, that soul food restaurant that had that fire ass soul food and those homemade biscuits from scratch. He ate there a lot. He lived right over in Hyde Park. Yes, he was at Gladys's all the time eating the same shit that my grandmother would sit over there and eat. He ate pig's feet. He ate chitlins. He ate all the artery clogging shit that most people his age from his time ate. He was from the South. His family was from the South. Sometimes that just carries over generation to generation. I just told you the other day I love chitlins. I love them. Love them hard. You know, I don't think they killed him. You know, yes, we were there every Sunday. He lived close. And word on the street was his office would call Gladys's and they would go pick his food up from Gladys's and take it down to City Hall to him. You know, they didn't poison him. I don't believe that. Okay, we'll talk off of here. And I'm going to tell you something that you're going to be like, ooh, wee. Hey, Charlie. How are you? You know, I think if Harold Washington had stayed mayor, he would have stayed mayor a long time. Um, the earliest mayor I remember is Daddy Daly. I remember Jane Byrne, Eugene Sawyer, um, Eugene Sawyer, um, fuck Harold Washington, and Baby Deli, Rahm Emanuel, and now Lori Lightfoot. Do you know who? Yeah, I know who Congressman Brookins is. Yes, I know who he is. I know who he is. You know, some of our mayors get in office and they stay for so fucking long. Daddy Daly had been mayor like 300 years in Chicago. Literally, he had been mayor a long, long time. My grandmother told me that Daddy Daly was the reason that our alleys have that's my cousin. Oh, wow. Okay. I know I my mama worked in the funeral industry. We'll talk about that off of here also. But Daddy Daly was the reason why Chicago ended up getting lights in the alley. I'm good. It's good to see you too, Charlie, and thank you for coming. I appreciate that, my dear. I really do. You know, Chicago is Daly's ran this shit. Daly's ran this shit for a long time. And then baby Daly, he stayed in office forever. And then his wife died. And then he didn't want to be married no more. Then he ended up marrying a black woman. He ended up marrying a black. He married his black cardiologist, young black girl. I mean, she ain't young, but he married her. And the Mayor Daley was just in the hospital a few weeks ago. I don't know for what, but they said he was okay. They said he was okay. Yes, girl, the day. I'm not going to say because we can't confirm. But put it this way, the Dailies was plugged. There's a building downtown. It's one of these big office buildings. It's like somewhere in not the South Loop. It's like over there by State, like State Dearborn in that area. State Lake Dearborn is somewhere around there. It's an office building. Daddy Daly bought it, and the kids own it. They banked up. They cashing mad checks. But you know what? You know what family had a big impact here in Chicago? Those fucking Kennedys. Did you know that the Merchandise Mart was owned by the Kennedys? And it has been sold, but there is a Kennedy. His name is Chris. I think that's his name. I would have to double check because he and I, when I first got on Facebook, bullshit you not, me and him became friends. How? I don't know. Yep, he married his heart doctor. Exactly, Charlie. He married his heart doctor. He was like, bitch, you saved my life. I'm going to marry you. Kissed her on the mouth, and that was the end of it. But the Kennedys were... The Kennedy connection here in Chicago was really crazy. But they owned the Merchandise Mart, and then it was later sold. And it's the wild part about living in Chicago and the Merchandise Mart being over there. Chi-Town, you gonna stop playing with me? Do I remember Woolworth? Girl, Woolworth. You lucky I brought another beer in here, girl. Loved Woolworth. You play too much. See, Chi-Town, see, I know you from Chicago because your ass crazy. Do I remember Woolworth? Girl. Woolworth was the first place I ever bought a bra. There was a Woolworth at the corner. It wasn't at the corner, but it was at by 71st and Jeffrey. Now, where that Woolworth used to be, it's a big ass beauty supply store. I used to go in that Woolworth and I would go in there. I remember I bought my first bra in Woolworth. And I didn't even have anything to go in the bra. Quick story. I didn't have any titties. And all my friends had titties. As a matter of fact, I didn't even own a bra. But I had this one girlfriend, good girlfriend, and she didn't have any titties either. One day, But I noticed she came back to school. No, the one on 63rd and Western. 63rd and Western. 63rd and Western. Where was there a Woolworth at 63rd and Western? What? Where? At 63rd? You know what? I'm going to tell you something. Shy. Get those. I never knew. You know what? And I know you're probably going to be like, bitch, stop playing. Right on the corner. Do you know? Growing up, because I grew up on Oglesby, 6740 Oglesby, one block from South Shore Drive. So, we was on some State to the Lake shit. We really didn't go past State Street. I didn't go past State Street until I was a teenager. And it was on Easter. And I was close to being a teenager. It was on Easter, and I went to the movie theater over at Forest City with my aunt and my uncle. We didn't go over to Western. Now I don't know how old you are, and if you are uncomfortable with sharing your age, I understand. But as you all know, some of you, I'm 51. And growing up, you were told you didn't go over there. You didn't go past Western. You could be in Inglewood, but you didn't go past Western because that was Marquette Park and Gage Park. And before blacks and Mexicans moved over there, it was all whites. And that where Marquette Park is, the park across the street from where Maria High School used to be. That's the park that Martin Luther King walked through, and they threw bottles and bricks and spit at him. So as a child, my father told me, we don't go past. You get to State, you getting on the expressway. We either going north or south on the Dan Ryan. We weren't going, hey, how you doing? I grew up in Beverly off of 95th, but I dated a guy who lived in Inglewood. Okay, so, my cousins grew up out there off of 95th. My cousin Angela and my cousin Sheila, they grew up on the same block where, okay, you're 43. And yes, you are very sexy, my dear. They grew up across the street from, there was an all-girls school over there. That's all I remember. And it was a black all-girls school. But growing up, my father didn't let us go over there. We would hear stories about going she's in town. Hey baby, how you doing? Our Academy of Our Lady. We were told you don't go over like in the Marquette Park area. I remember having friends who were white who lived over there by where the Sox play. What do you call it? Bridgeport, and over there in Canaryville. And just saying the word Canaryville sounds very white. And they did not like black people over there. Okay? So there were just certain places, I'm a few years older than you, that we were told in my day and age that you just did not go. And over there was one of them. So I don't remember a Woolworth over there because I never went over there. I went to the movie theater with my aunt and my uncle one time to Ford City. I didn't return to Ford City over in that area until I was living on 71st and Fairfield. And that was, I moved over there in 2003. The furthest west I would go would be to Midway Airport. And I remember if I was going to the airport, my father would drive and my father would take 67th Street straight the fuck down. Because we lived at 6740 Oglesby. You went to Luther South? Girl. Mm. I had a few friends who went to Luther South. I have a few friends who went to Luther South. Oh, and you don't follow me on Facebook, Chi-Town, but they get ready to make Mount Carmel co-ed. Why couldn't they make it co-ed when I was in high school? I loved boys. But anyway, it was just certain places that you did not go in Chicago as a young black person. So that Woolworth, no, I'm not familiar with that one. Only Woolworth I'm familiar with was the one at 71st and Jeffrey, and the one across the street from my father's school. Yeah, girl. From my father's school, from my father's store on 79th Street. Those are the only two Woolworth. And there was a Woolworth downtown. Them Leo boys, nah, I like Mount Carmel boys. I was kind of snooty. Leo boys is a little, no, mm-mm. I like me a good old Mount Carmel boy. But but now you can go over to Bridgeport and walk through Bridgeport. You can go to Canaryville, walk through Canaryville. You can go over to Marquette Park, Gage Park area, walk through it. Um, Chicago has really, the changes that happen here are very interesting. Very interesting. Leo boys are sexy. Girl, Leo was on 79th Street. We not even getting ready to go back and forth about that. It was on 79. 79. On the 9. No. Mount Carmel turning co-ed is just like the end of an era. Okay, I mean your sister and brother's age range. That's the cold-blooded shit. But Chicago is different, and if I ever get enough people to follow me, I think one day I might have me a nice meet and greet, and my shit's gonna be nice because I know how to entertain. Did we roll our skirts up? You better stop. Now, Charlie. Yes. Yes. Um, we would roll our skirts up because when I was in elementary school, I went to St. Philip Neri, and we had, when you were like fourth grade, you had to wear like the little jumper dresses. But once you got to fifth grade, you were able to wear skirts. And I remember trying to be cute with my dumb ass. I always did some dumb shit at the wrong time. Yeah, I heard they tore Luther South down. Mount Carmel I think it was the enrollment. I think it was the enrollment. You know, it's 6410 South Dante. That's Dante. You know what I mean? The area, but they never messed with those white boys who went to Mount Carmel. Never. You want to see the police converge over there. So when we could wear our skirts rolled up, well, when I started wearing skirts to school, my dumb ass, I wore a skirt outside in the winter. Oh, you cut your skirt. It was winter time, and I wore my skirt to school, and I had that motherfucker rolled up, and I had on my white socks. You know, the white socks that come to your knee. But you remember how you used to fold them down to make them shorter? I froze walking home. Of course you will. Thank you, Trini. I love you, baby. Thank you. Don't make me cry, Trini. One thing you all will learn is a bitch cry real easy. Thank you. And thank you for your support. I love you for just saying that. I love you all. God damn it. And I thought I was being cute, and I almost froze. And I remember walking home because St. Philip Nero is on 73rd, no 72nd Street, and I had to walk from 72nd. It was over by Paxton to 67th and Oglesby. And after that day, I was like, fuck this cold shit and being cute. I'd rather be warm than be cute. But you got to come to Chicago. You got to come to Chicago, baby. This home, baby. But Woolworth. I bought my first bra at Woolworth, right? Because we be bouncing around and I never stay on track. So I had this girlfriend, not going to say her name, right? She didn't have no titties. And I didn't have no titties. But then, like 2 days later at school, she had a little bit of titty. And I'm just like, I'm perplexed. You know, I'm just like, I'm thinking to myself, like, self, she didn't have any titties. What's going on? So, of course, I didn't want to put her on the spot. I didn't say anything. So we were walking home, and I just was like, "Hey," I was like, you got titties," and she laughed and she said, "I went and bought a bra," and I'm like, "You bought a bra?" And that was like some big shit. Just like, yeah. Cause you know when you were younger and you went to go buy, your parents, your mama would take you. You know, she used to old school shit. They used to take you to the place and put the measuring tape around you, and you know. She said, "I bought a bra." I'm like, "What? Your mother bought you a bra?" She goes, "No, I bought my own bra." I was like, "Well, bitch, stop." I was like, "Where did you get it?" She was like, "I got it at Woolworth." I'm like, "Which one?" She was like, "On 71st. I said, "We gotta go tomorrow, girl." She was like, I was like, "I'm gonna ask my daddy for some money." She's like, "Okay." So I get home. Sidebar. Um, where did I get this shirt from? I've had this shirt about 4 years, and I want to say I Googled shirts with the word fuck on it, and a website popped up, and I bought two of them. I bought this one and another shirt that says fuck you, fuck them, fuck it, fuck him, fuck her, fuck everything, fuck everybody. Just Google shirts with the word fuck on it. It will give you a bunch of different shirts, and I think this shirt was like $10. And it's and I've had it about 4 or 5 years, and it's been through a few washings and it's still holding up. So yes, Google fuck shirts. Shirts with the word fuck on it. And this shirt is still out there. Get it. As a matter of fact, we should all get the fuck shirts. That way we let people know, hey, excuse me, get motherfuckers' minds right. Hey, fuck you. But so I get home from school and I'm chilling, and I was just very happy. Yeah, because I wash my clothes correctly, girl. Thank you, honey. But it's good. It's good quality. You know, it's not one of those see-through shirts. You can't see my nipples through it or nothing. So I guess it's okay for 4 years worth of shirt to wear. So I waited for my father to get home, right? And I was like, you know, "Hey, Dad." And I was like, "Can I get some money to for school tomorrow?" My father asked me what I needed the money for. I lied. I told him it was a book fair or something at school. And could y'all anything with education. My daddy was like, "Hell yeah." My daddy gave me $20 after school. Me and my girlfriend went to Woolworth, and I was like, "Well, what size bra?" We found the smallest little bra, and we bought the bra, and This is when they were still putting shit in paper bags. That's how old I am. So we get to my house. We go in my bedroom. I have my own bathroom in my bedroom. So I go put on a bra. And she came in the bathroom with me and she got some toilet tissue. And this one toilet tissue wasn't soft. And she got some toilet tissue and she patted my little bra and I had titties. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, we should all just get fuck shirts. We need to come up with a shirt for our group because this is not my just my channel. This is you all's channel too. Because you all are here. And thank you. Um we got to come up with a shirt. Anybody get an idea? Put it in the Instagram so everybody can see it and agree. So she got my shirt. You know, she not my shirt. I got my bra. She's my girlfriend stuffed my bra. I had titties. I was like, yeah, I'm rocking this to school tomorrow. Brand new titties. Got to school, had gym the next day. And we had to change into our gym clothes. Was in gym. I think we were playing kickball or some shit. And my girlfriend should have known to adjust the straps on the bra. We're in gym and one of my little balls of paper, my titty balls of paper fell out. And everyone laughed at me. And they shamed me. They shamed me. And I remember sitting there with one flat side and one titty side. And I was just like, I picked up the piece of tissue. Of course, I cried. I was just like, ooh, I was embarrassed, that motherfucker. And everyone after that was calling me like flat chest and everything else because I brought attention to the fact that my chest was flat. I was not the only girl stuffing my bra. And it was really crazy because there was a lot of unity with the girls after that because we had like this coming to God kumbaya moment. They were just like, Roxanne, I stuffed my bra too. And da 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 da. I was just like, so I didn't feel bad because it really wasn't the girls that laughed, it was the boys because they were complete assholes. Yeah, that's my Woolworth story. Bought a bra and my little titty fell out. My titty paper fell out. And then like 2 years later, sixth grade, I was still kind of flat chest. I had these little bitty tiny fried eggs on my chest. And I came back for seventh grade and I had a 36D. See, when you wish for something too hard, you get it. And I wanted titties so bad. Oh, I wanted titties because, there were some girls at school, and those bitches was buying their bras at Woolworth too. And I just wanted some titties because it just seemed like boys really liked girls with titties, and I wanted titties so bad. And baby, I came back for seventh grade stacked on all those hoes. Like, hey, how's everyone doing? All right. Great. And then I got older and they just got bigger. And every baby, they got bigger and bigger. Then I had to go get these motherfuckers done because they got too big and I needed a reduction. Be careful what you wish for. You might not want it later on. But now that we're all grown, we all have titties. That's a different story. But that's my Woolworth story. First bra I ever bought. And I also bought some hamsters at Woolworth. Because at the time, Woolworth was like a one-stop shop for everything. They had pets. They had bras and panties. They had clothes. They even had a food counter that you can go sit at. Woolworth had everything. And I really, really wish that there was just one Woolworth store left in the United States. Now, there was a gentleman. I'm not going to say his name, but we grew up in the same area. And he's a white guy. And his great-grandfather, and that's his last name, Woolworth, because it's a family name. His great-grandfather opened Woolworth. Needless to say, growing up with him was very interesting. Very interesting. So his great grandfather opened Woolworth, and he is still to this day. He is a Facebook friend, and his family. I think they went out of business, or they must have sold them. I don't know. I don't see how Woolworth could have went out of business. I loved Woolworth, but that was my Woolworth story, and I'm sure everyone has a Woolworth story. George kept me in trouble. Madonna and Boy George kept you in trouble, Trini? I wish there was some way one of y'all could come up here with me to tell me a story about anything. I mean, Madonna got me in trouble too because, um, shit, I was trying to wear bras outside, and at one time you can go in like the beauty supply stores, and back then we didn't call them beauty supply stores, we called them the wig store, and you'd be able to buy they had little clothes and they had little slut clothes. And of course, I found a lace shirt. Couldn't wear it out the house. Used to have to sneak and wear it. You know what I mean? Put it in your book bag and shit like that. I had some years ago, I had told my husband a story about how we had a Halloween party, and I think I was like in the eighth grade, and I think Purple Rain had came out by then, and my mother had a bustier with the garter and whatnot. And do you know, I went in my mother's, by then my titties grew in. Remember, I had titties then. I went in my mother's room when she was asleep or not there. I took her bustier with the panties, and I took some black stockings because you know the garter connected to the panties. And me and my mother wore the same size shoe. I have really big feet. And I took that shit and I wore it under my clothes to school. Do you know, this was a Catholic elementary school. They called my mother to come get me from school because I wanted to, me and two other girls wanted to be Apollonia 6 for Halloween. I'm not lying, Trini. I'm not fucking lying. I had on, it was a bustier. It was a strapless bustier. It was black. I had on a pair of my mama's black panties, a pair of thigh-high stockings with the garter belt. And I didn't wear it to school. I wore it underneath my clothes. And when they said it was time for the Halloween party, a bitch walked in the bathroom. I took off my uniform and walked out that bathroom. Those little boys' mouths was like, and the teachers were like, oh no. Just like they were moving in slow motion. Stop. No. One of the teachers grabbed me and like literally threw me back in like a room. Cause it was like they would let us have our little Halloween party in the gym. And I went to the outside of the gym bathroom. So when I came back to walk in the gym, everybody was in there, and I walked in that motherfucker with a bustier on and panties and thigh highs. And I want to say I was in eighth grade, body immaculate. I was wearing a 36D bra. I probably weighed about 100 fucking pounds. I was tiny with titties. My mother wanted to kill me. My mother was like, bitch, what? You wore my shit? Ooh. She was like, who in the fuck are you supposed to be for Halloween? And I said it with all the honesty that I could say it with. Me and my friends were going to be Apollonia 6 for Halloween. Oh. I had the black cape. I did not have the black cape. My mother was just like, she was mad, but you know what she was really mad about? That it was her shit. My mother was like, stay the fuck out my shit. Leave my shit alone. Because I was really good for like fucking with my mama's clothes. You know what I mean? I get it back now with Maddie. But not with the, like, no bustiers and shit, because I don't even be wearing all that shit. But I went to school and that shit, you couldn't tell me nothing. They took me to the office and they were like, and they made me put back on my uniform. They called my mama. I wouldn't have been able to deal with Prince, Trini. I love Prince. First concert I ever went to in my life was Prince's Purple Rain concert out at the what the Rosemont Horizon. It's out here in Chicago by the airport, O'Hare. Prince was a musical genius, but Prince was not my type of look for a man. He was pretty. He was a pretty man, you know. Could dance his ass off, but he wasn't my type of man. You know what I mean? Prince was not my type of guy. You know, I was into Duran Duran. All right, I ain't gonna lie to you. Um, it was a time in my life. I was about seventh grade. It was seventh grade, and I just knew that I was gonna marry John Taylor from Duran Duran, and I was gonna live in London, England, and I was gonna live in some sort of, manor out in the countryside with sheep and horses and shit. But I did not end up marrying John Taylor. But I was into more rock groups. All my friends were like in love with like New Edition and whatnot, and I was just like, no, no, I like their music. Now they got handsome as they got older. Okay, but New Edition, no, I was into like Duran Duran. I thought like what's his name? George Michaels, like Sting. I had liked white boys. Let's just put it out there. I like my white boys. So nah, Prince would not. His music was my shit, but you like Duran Duran and Hall and Oates. See, Duran Duran to me was cute. Hall and Oates was not cute to me. That's not what was. They weren't cute to me. I love their music to this day, but they weren't cute to me. Ooh, that was my song, Hungry Like the Wolf. Girl, don't start, because I get off of here and I be done had me two more beers and sitting here listening to Duran Duran all night. But they weren't my type. Do I did I like any? Was I crushing on any black artists back then? In like seventh, eighth grade? No. All white boys. Oh, and I love, and Billy Idol used to do that thing with his lip. Yeah, he was hot too. Yeah, I was going through my punk rock phase, my Madonna shit, Duran Duran, Boy George. I just wasn't very connected with any. I just wasn't. I wasn't. I had a friend. Her name was Tanessa. Only reason I'm telling you her name is because we are not friends on social media. I had a friend. Her name was Tanessa, and I knew nothing about Menudo. Nothing about Menudo. And she used to be like, oh, they come on Saturday mornings and they would have this song. It's like, Menudo on ABC. And they're like, I come from Puerto Rico. And I'm like, who the fuck is Menudo? No. You never seen? No. Trini, stop fucking playing on me. I didn't know you had a music video and I want to see it. Can you send it to my DM? You know I'm going to say something to you as soon as I get off of here. I got to see it. No, but I didn't know anything about Menudo. And my friend Tanessa, I was a grade older than her, ahead of her. She loved Menudo. This girl loved Menudo so much, she was telling people she was Puerto Rican. I was like, bitch, she was not Puerto Rican. She had learned Spanish and everything. That's just taking it too far, but I was just like, okay. I don't even remember any of Menudo's songs. Ricky Martin, was a cute little boy. But when Ricky Martin grew up, Ricky Martin was fine. Ooh, Ricky Martin was fine. And then when that motherfucker came out with that Living La Viva Loca, he was moving his hips like her lips until, oh, I was gone. You know what? I know exactly who you are. I know exactly who you are. And yes, I remember the video. Can you be the most beautiful girl in the world? Yeah, that's my shit. You're the reason why God made a girl. Oh, man. Yes, I remember exactly who you are, honey. And I remember you on the video, and I remember your interview that you did with Trees, and it was very good, and I enjoyed it. And that was one of the songs that we played for my daughter's prom send-off. There are two songs for me that are the description of exactly what my daughters are. That's Stevie Wonder's Isn't She Lovely and Prince, The Most Beautiful Girl in the World. Because to me, they are lovely and the most beautiful girls in the world. And that is that's in my top 10 favorite songs. So yes. And I remember you in the video, and you were very beautiful in the video. Thank you. Oh my God. Thank you so much, Trini. I appreciate that. Oh man, that was my shit. But it, I don't know. I loved Prince, but he was just too little of a man for me. I've always liked tall men, real tall, either way above average, like average height, or way above average. I gotta, any man that I feel like that I could potentially take you in a fight, we can't do it. We can't do it. But was he a musical genius? Yes. Was he beautiful? Ooh, Tranny. I'm gonna just say this, okay? I have a friend who's not my friend anymore over some complete and utter bullshit. He found out that someone else from another group that's affiliated with Prince and his group, the New Revolution, a group that Prince put out. I'm not gonna say no names, but I will tell you off of here. And when I tell you the story, all I can say is, bitch, get some pearls before we get on the phone, okay? He found out that this guy from this other group that Prince basically put together was his motherfucking brother. His motherfucking brother. And this is a well-known person who still does shows. When I tell you this story, don't say nothing on here. Trini, go to my DM and send me your number. I will call you when I get off of here. And if you tell me the right person, then I'll confirm it. If you don't tell me the right person, then fuck, I'm gonna tell you, because me and homie ain't friends no more. But I'm not gonna tell you their names. But I'm gonna tell you who the person is. Girl, and it is a tantalizing story, baby. When I tell you this, I'm gonna need you sitting down. Trini, send me your number, because I'm going to get off of here in a minute. Girl, The story's so tantalizing. Like it need to be made into a small movie. Damn, I gotta pee, y'all. Hold on. Talk amongst yourselves. I gotta go relieve myself. I'm back, you guys. Thank you for being so patient. You all are the best. Girl. Trini, all I can say is this. I know that people would hate for me and you to write a book. Okay? I can guarantee that. I guarantee. How the how the people down in Louisiana? I guarantee. No, but girl, this story, cause I know you probably got some bits and pieces, and we gonna put this together. Not on here, cause I really don't want to just air nobody out like that. But baby, what I heard was just like it got almost murder, intrigue. It got all the trappings. It got all the trappings. Girl, people, I personally, we probably wouldn't be able to use people's names because people will probably want to kill us. I'm pretty sure because the shit I done seen, people think they done seen some shit. I be like, okay, I. I mean, I would love to interview her. I don't know how to do all that. We can have a conversation, not an interview. Cause I ain't no journalist. Shit, we can talk. Come and talk to me. But no. It's like when Trini, when I be hearing people talk about like music stuff and shit like that, I just be like, now the thing a lot of people don't understand, the whole music scene, that shit ain't never changed. Only thing that changed is sound of music. But how people act within music ain't never changed. I could tell some stories that would make hair stand up on the back of people's necks. I could tell some stories that if you was a bald head man, you would grow hair. Because you motherfuckers are probably like, what? It's some crazy shit. But when you've been around it for so long and seen some things, certain things just don't surprise you anymore. And a lot of things just don't surprise me. You know, I just be like, it be certain things that I done heard people talk about. Mm-mm. Nah. She's been right about some things, you know. But I ain't gonna sit here and lie. Some of the shit. That's why I say when I be hearing people say things and like they really don't know. Oh, you was kidding? Okay. Some people just don't know. You've been around that. I've been around that. And you see those ins and outs and those nuances of shit. And unless you live that life, people don't really get it. They don't. Oh, you had the mom for a few minutes? Damn. Who's little cray cray? If we're talking about, if you're referring to that Miss Wright, we're not, you know, we're not gonna refer to her as cray cray. We're not gonna do that, okay? She has seen some shit, and I've seen some shit, and Trini has seen some shit, and if you haven't like seriously moved in those circles with people, believe out of 100% of the shit you see about a celebrity, only believe maybe 50% of it, because the other 50 don't be true. But when you know people who done seen some shit and it actually jumped off and they be like, or they be like, you ask them a question and they do their eyes like this, because you don't want to, you know, be one of those people who just airs people's business out. Yep. Exactly. You know, it can be crazy. It can be crazy. I can't even, I wouldn't even go into some of the shit I done seen. I done seen some shit that there's this gentleman, not gonna say his name. Me and him cool on on Instagram. He was in a certain um realm of making money out here. I don't even want to tell y'all what realm it was. And we reconnected through Instagram, and we talk from time to time. And one day we were talking. I was like, "You remember that time we was in Chicago and they were doing such and such, and we sing? Yeah, we done seen some shit." He was like, "Damn, I can't believe you remember that." I was like, "Yeah, I remembered it because I had never seen anything like it." He was like, "Yeah, that shit was crazy," and it was crazy. And I wish I could tell you all, but I don't. I don't want to tell you all. I want to tell you all. I want to tell you all, but it was just some wild ass shit. I'm just like, and this was all before dinner. I was just like, people, yeah. Mm-mm-mm. Oh, Trini, I cannot wait to talk to you. Because you are so on the right track. And girl, how we found this shit out. Oh, man. How motherfuckers was finding shit out was just like, what? And when a motherfucker called me, like my house phone don't ring after like 10:30, 11 o'clock. Because I'm an old school bitch. I still have a house phone. Okay? I gotta really fuck with you for you to have my house phone number. My phone rang and I looked at my caller ID because it pops up on my TV. And this particular person called me. And I was like, hey, what's up? Motherfucker was like, yo, anytime a black person start a conversation off with yo, you know it's getting ready to be some shit. Motherfuckers like, yo, you would never believe what I just found out. I got that news. I was like, yo, stop fucking playing. Got the breakdown. I was like, damn. So this answers some questions as to why some other shit jumped off that I was told years before. Mm-mm-mm. So, yeah, me and Trini are getting ready to have a hell of a conversation. Hella. That's crazy, Trini. I don't even know what to say right now. You see, my eyes are like, that's crazy. Because you are so on the right path. Mm. Boy. Whew. Yes, we already know. That shit be crazy. But I don't be believing everything I hear. Mm-mm. There's some things I be like, yeah. And that's all I can say about that. But I will tell you that the conversation that Trini and I are probably going to have in reference to that is probably getting ready to be mind blowing. Because my mind was blown when I initially heard the news. And just the fact that that tidbit, shit. It's the Lady Lounge, you guys. We're different. We're a different breed of people. Yeah, you have to investigate things for yourself, and there are certain things that people just have to ask. You know, back in the a while back when the Will Smith movie 6 Degrees of Separation first came out, and that was the theory that people were only separated by 6 other people. Well, nowadays, with social media being how it is, there's only like 3 degrees of separation between you and someone else. It could be somebody at the grocery store. It could be somebody that work at Target. It could be a celebrity. It could be an athlete. There's really only 3 degrees with social media. And that has made people a lot more, accessible to people and information. It's all very crazy. It really is. But I can honestly say that I personally, I joke about writing a book. I wouldn't. Um, the reason why I wouldn't is because I've shared confidences with people and people, and I don't want my shit aired out, so I ain't gonna air nobody else's shit out. But with this instance with Trini, we could talk about this because she actually fucking knows. I know she knows something. I could be able to answer some questions for her, and she can answer some questions for me, and we could just be like, damn. But is it surprising? No, it's not. It's not. But I'm very excited to be able to talk to her about this because I'm going to put on my pearls, or I'm going to just hold my little cats like, ooh, stop, please. and just discuss some things. But we got to figure out some things, you guys. We have to figure out some things so we can interact all together and just have these great conversations. And you know, I got to figure out how people come on here, because I don't even know if my shit's set up for people to even come on. Can someone just try and see? I don't think you can. I don't think I can, because we can have some hell of a conversations. Yeah, some things you got to be private about, and other things you can go hog wild. This is definitely a privacy thing. Definitely a privacy thing. I got StreamYard. This is StreamYard. I'm gonna have to call Princess. She gonna have to work this out, because I don't know what to do. But I'm getting ready to get off of here, you guys. And I'm getting ready to talk to Trini. And, you know, you have to drop. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do it. I don't even see nothing here. I'm gonna have to get some more education on this. I'll figure it out, and you all will help me. And Princess is gonna have to show me how to do this. But I'm gonna get off of here. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys being here. You all are the fucking best. And don't you forget it. You're the best because I said it, and you're here. Okay. Don't forget Chi-Town. Don't forget, baby. Because we got to talk about our dailies, and all our Chicago shit, baby. Thank you for being here, Chi-Town. I appreciate you. I really do. I appreciate you all. Um, you all fucking rock. You fucking rock. Charlie, love you. Hey, little boss lady. You just getting here. How you doing, baby? You a little late, but I still love you. I'll probably be back tomorrow. I don't know what we gonna talk about, but I know I'm gonna try to figure out this StreamYard shit, so you could come with me. Come up here with me. The fuck? I'm lonely. I'm lonely. Yeah, so I'm gonna figure all that out, and that way, you know, you can come up. I don't want to call it a panel or nothing like that. I just want to. You come in. You're coming in the lady lounge. You're in the room. We're in the living room. We're gonna just. You're here. So I'm gonna figure that out. Trini, I'm gonna talk to you. Thank you guys for being here. You all have been a fucking blast. I'm still learning this whole you dig, but you all are helping me. You guys are very patient, and you guys are very kind, and I really, really appreciate that. You all aren't, you're like, girl, you need to know how to do this, and why you here. Thank you for not being assholes. So um also, I'm gonna get off of here and try to Google these shirts, these fuck shirts, and I'm gonna put it up in on my Instagram page, and that's Roxy's Lady Lounge. Someone told me, remember to say like. So like this video. Thank you. um and I will talk to you all tomorrow. So good night. Sleep tight, and big hugs. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.